Hello, welcome to Grow New Plants. So today I'm going to plant my 2021 Bur Oak seeds. And I've got quite a few. These are ones I collected last fall again. I think I did a video on collecting these last year. But they've been stored in the refrigerator. It's kind of late. It's almost the third week of May, so it's really late to be planting these. But they're still all good. I floated them. They still sank to the bottom. Some of them are starting to bust out. So I think they're going to be fine. Last year I planted early, and then we got a cold spell, which we kind of did again this year. And they really didn't do much because of the cool weather. So I'm just trying them a little bit later this year, see if maybe they just don't sit as long. I'll probably end up with the same results in the end. Just plant them a little later and they'll sit less time in the dirt, you know, under cool weather. So they'll start hopefully germinating quicker. So I've got my soil mixed up. I've got, I don't know, I'm going to do 54 of these things. And I got 3 18 cell trays. If I got enough, I may do another tray, but I'm not really sure. So I've got my soil mix here, and I'm just going to fill these up almost to the top, and then I'll come in and put my seeds in here, and then I'll cover them back up just a little bit. And I did do a little bit something different this year. We got one of my grow tables. I'll show you. It may be in another video, but I've got a little protective cover, basically a bird screen over my tables this year, to see if maybe that helps keep the squirrels from eating half my stuff. I've got my live oaks in there, and so far it's working. So I'll just put that in there, and that's pretty loose. I hadn't really packed it down at all, so I'm gonna rearrange these things. So now, one of the things I want to show you, if you get any of these that the roots start coming out like that, you see how that root's already wanting to bend down? You want to make sure you plant that seed with that root in the direction that it wants to go. Okay, so I'm just lightly pressing these things down in here. And right here is where the seed's going to come out, where the root's going to come out. So I'm kind of putting that closer towards the middle, and that way the tree will actually be in the center of the pot better. Some of these don't have roots, some do. I'm trying to get most of these ones with roots. See, there's one, it's bending down, so I just want to push it down that way. There's another one. A lot of these, I soak these things for, here's one that really probably hadn't made a decision yet, so I'm just going to guess which way it's wanting to go. So I soaked, here's one here that's got a wormhole in it that I missed, so taking that one out. And there may be a few of these in here that are bad, but they all sank again when I floated them. You know, I kept them in the refrigerator all winter. And then when I soaked them this spring, just a couple days ago, they all seem to be sinking good, and they feel solid. They're not rattling inside, so I think they're all still good. There's another one that's trying to bust out. So that's really pretty simple, pretty basic. So I got all those down there, and you want them just below soil level. So then I got them all kind of pressed down in there, and then I'm basically just going to come back across and put a little bit of soil back over the top of them to cover them up. You just want them to be buried deep enough that the soil will stay moist to help them germinate. Once they start germinating, they'll find their own moisture in the soil. But you just got to keep them moist to start with. You can see right here, some of these show a little bit through the top. That's not going to hurt anything other than just attracting the stupid squirrels. So there's one of them right there. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and set up, and I'll just time lapse through the other two, and then we'll sit and talk about them for a minute. Okay, so I got all these things planted now, and I ended up with 54. I don't know, maybe I probably had enough to do one more tray, but I'm just going to go with these 3 trays for now. And my soil mix, I don't know if I talked about it or not. It's half perlite, half peat moss, and then I use Osmocote. I used a little formula figuring it out, but it's the Osmocote 6 to 9 month slow release Osmocote. I did not use Osmocote last year. I used what I would consider off-brand, but I sucked it up this year and went ahead and ordered the actual Osmocote because I know that it works better from my experience when I had my tree farm before. Stuff really makes a difference. So anyway, I got 3 flats of these planted. I'm gonna go put them on my trays, my growing shelves in there, and get them watered. And then I will come back and do an update on these. I'm gonna plant quite a bit of stuff today. Some stuff I will do videos of just the plantings. Some of it I'm going to hold on to until I get germination. I've got a few unusual things that I've never planted before. I have some Buckeye seeds and a couple other things that are kind of odd that I've never planted before, just kind of playing around. And we'll see what happens with those. So anyway, so check back with me in hopefully a month or so, and we'll have an update to this. Hopefully have some of these things coming up and making new trees. And by the way too, we had that extreme weather event here where I'm in Texas and it got down below zero for like a couple days. And I did lose quite a few trees. So I probably, on my Bur Oaks, I probably lost probably 2/3 of them. I lost because I didn't have my greenhouse finished yet, which is on me. I should have, but I didn't have it to protect them. And some of them made it, some of them didn't. So I've still got a handful of nice ones that come back from last year that'll be transplanted up into 5-gallon pots this year. And then hopefully I'll get a new crop this year and we'll do a little bit better with them. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share my videos. Thank you.